guys, I want to talk a little bit about the difference between being disciplined and having discipline. All right, so this actually stems from another post that I saw this morning where someone was talking about, the meaning of discipline is being punished and things like that. But in all actuality, if you look at the word and you look at the context that it's used in, being disciplined is actually a positive thing. It's not about punishing ourselves or self-shame or any of those things. Being disciplined is what happens when we implement habits into our lives, hopefully good habits into our lives, and we use those habits for the greater good. So we use those habits to allow us to be better people so that we can be better for everyone else around us. So the true meaning of discipline, if you look at it in that context, is really more about beginning the habit and then being consistent. So the more consistent we are, the better disciplined we become. So then we are being disciplined. We are not being punished, right? We have created discipline in our life. It's a choice at that point, okay? So I really want everyone out there to just think about, how do you decipher the word discipline? I would love to see your comments. I would love to see what you think about it. But if we look at it in a negative context, this is literally anything in our lives, right? If we look at something in a negative way, it's going to be negative. But if we can put a positive swing on it and we can make it a positive thing, then it's going to be positive. So to me, having discipline is more about being able to be challenged in life, being able to get through some hard times, being able to become more resilient. So the more discipline we have, the more resilient we can become. And then it's just about continuing what we started. And that's where consistency takes place. It's not about perfection. None of us are perfect. But the more we implement these habits into our lives, the more they become routine. And then our choices are what make us more disciplined. So I could be at a donut shop, and I've been on my journey for many, many years now, so it's a little bit easier for me to do this. But I can be at a donut shop and get one donut and be good. Whereas some people would say, oh no, I need 5, 6, or 7. Well, that's just because you haven't made the choice to become more disciplined in that area. And that's okay, right? Nobody's judging anyone for that. But when it comes to reaching our goals, it's something that we really have to look at. What are some of the areas in our lives? And this is not just health. This is literally any area in our lives, whether it's spiritual, it could be mindset, it could be our businesses, right? It could be our jobs, it could be parenting, it could be our, if we're married, it could be our relationships, or even not married, right? Like our friendships, any kind of relationship, any kind of bond. We develop discipline by becoming self-aware and then finding the areas that we want to become stronger in. Once we find those areas, we pick one at a time, not trying to do 50 million things at one time, because then that becomes overwhelming. We pick one at a time and we go from there. So I want you to think about the difference between being disciplined and punished as a negative thing, or having discipline from years of hard work, years of instilling new habits, years of building better routines for your life. Think about it in those two areas and let me know what you think. All right, have a great day.